we jamming. Tell my neighbor come over. He telling me load on music. He telling me that's ain't right. The neighborhood quiet as ever. No problems to sleep at night. I tell him I love me soca. The music hot like a true love. Bring your body, come on out here. Move your body just like you don't care. We jamming it so sweet. Feel the rhythm, feel the heat. Bring your waist from walk to the soca. All our ways just jam together. I tell him it's so sweet. Feel the rhythm, feel the heat. And bring your waist from walk to the soca. All our ways just jam together. I tell him it's so nice. Change your mind and don't think twice. I tell him it's so nice. He moving the whole crowd. Singing soca loud and loud. It's my neighbor, no control. He say he just can't do that. He never hear music, so I tell him that's how we do it. Bring up what's on there, let's ride. It's a lovely fetting all night. Come join and feel the vibe. I tell him just come over, enjoy yourself, no pressure. We jamming it so sweet. Feel the rhythm, feel the heat. Bring your waist, come walk to the soca. All of we just jam together. I tell him it's so nice. Change your mind and don't think twice. I tell him it's so nice. He moving the whole crowd, singing soca loud and loud. It's my neighbor, no control. The music pumping big time, and woman taking small wine. Oh yeah, we in the street when we jamming, enjoying the fun. Something say look in the corner. It's my neighbor, he come over. He hand in the air, he jamming. On a bumper it says moving. He moving the whole crowd, singing soca loud and loud. It's my neighbor, no control. What went on I don't know. He moving the whole crowd, singing soca loud and loud. It's my neighbor, no control. We jamming it so sweet. Feel the rhythm, feel the heat. Bring your waist from walk to the soca. All of we just jam together. I tell them it's so sweet. Feel the rhythm, feel the heat. Bring your waist from walk to the soca. All of we just jam together. Yes, my neighbor. Jamming, jamming. We jamming it so sweet. Feel the rhythm, feel the heat. Bring your waist, come walk to the soca. All of we just jam together. We jamming it so sweet. Feel the rhythm, feel the heat. Bring your waist, come walk to the soca. All of we just jam together. I tell him it's so nice. Change your mind and don't think twice. I tell him it's so nice. He moving the whole crowd, singing soca loud and loud. It's my neighbor, no control. Yes, my neighbor. We jamming, we jamming. We jamming, we jamming. Yes, my neighbor. Yes, my neighbor. I tell him come over, come over. Yes, my neighbor. Jamming, we jamming.
We're jamming over here. Greetings, 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 and salutations, one and all.
Jamming, we jamming.
This one our Shelly Sweet Shells.
Jamming, we jamming.
Track called My Neighbor.
Tell my neighbor come over. He telling me load on music. He telling
Big ups, big ups, big ups, everybody. Greetings and salutations, one and all.
sleep at night. I tell him I love me soca. The music hot like
Welcome, welcome to the night shift to DJ Kevin Steele.
move your body just like you don't care. We jamming it so sweet.
Big ups to those near, big ups to those from far. Those locked in on TuneIn Radio on the night shift to DJ Kevin Steele. Big ups to you.
Tell him it's so sweet. Feel the rhythm, feel the heat. And bring your waist from walk to the
The massive healing across the pond.
together. I tell him it's so
One Harmony Radio. Top of the morning to you guys over there in the UK. King Genius, Queen Genius. Much blessings, much love.
the whole crowd singing soca loud and loud. It's my neighbor, no control. He said he just can't do that. He
Much love to the massive. Locked out in New Jersey.
bring up what's on there, let's ride.
NIE Radio.
Betting all night.
With my brother from another mother, the motivator.
Tell him just come over, enjoy yourself, no pressure. We jamming it so sweet. Yes, the rhythm,
Also to New Jersey, Mix102.com, and their sister station in Jamaica, Earth 96 FM. With the ever hard-working Symbol. Blessings, bro. Big up those who are locked in on the Foundation Radio Network, ClintonLindsay.com. The veteran in the business, Mr. Lindsay. I'm a long time out of this thing, you know. Out of New York, we have the station exhibiting the power of music. Island worldwide with China Nicole, Gary, and the Jump Out production crew. Much love, New York, massive. Big ups to those who are locked in on YouTube Live. And at the home of the night shift to DJ Kevin Stew, kevinstew.com. So glad to have you. Couldn't do it without you. You have my word, I wouldn't even try. I want to say thank you to my segment sponsors as we wind down, bringing the shutters down on the Pulsey Media Group. Thank you for 15 years of support and love. Well, they leave something with me. They leave the server. So those of you looking to host your website somewhere, keep it in the family. Come on over. Jump onto the Pulsey Media server. Just call me up, 773-789-STEW. Let's talk about getting your website hosted on the Pulsey Media server. Yeah, man, we're keeping the name. It's important. I want to say thank you to Althea and her Healing Heavenly Hands. Althea is a licensed massage therapist operating out of Broad County, North Miami-Dade and South Palm Beach counties. She comes to you, bringing her table, her oils, and over 20 years massage therapy experience. If you're having a community event, she even has a little chair. Yeah, massage chair. So bring the table everywhere. Bring the massage chair. And you can get them Healing Heavenly Hands same way. Call her up now. 954-655-9000. That's 954-655-9000. Call her up. Let her know you heard about her on the night shift to DJ Kevin Stew. Schedule your appointment. She only has one request outside of paying her. It's that you get off her table and go sleep somewhere else when she's done. It's the Kevin Stew clause. I got to tell you about it. I want to say thank you to the Global Base. The Global Base navigates your journey across music, event marketing, and more. It's a realm where social spheres awaken through their mastery. So go ahead and embrace the invitation to liberate your creativity, unbounded and free, just like their consultation. Free. The Global Base is your catalyst for everything related to music production, radio, and TV promotions. Check them out today, theglobalbase.com, theglobalbase.com. Connect with them and be seen and heard. Thank you, Global Base. Thank you to McNeil Trucking. McNeil Trucking is a licensed and insured, veteran-owned mover in the state of Florida. So if you want to move from the Keys to Jacksonville, from Naples to Palm Beach, Pompano to Pensacola, and all points in between. You want to put some things in storage, move some things around the corner to a friend. You don't have the manpower, you don't have the transportation, don't worry. You have the name, you have the number. McNeil Trucking. 954-406-9740. Call them up. Tell them, hey, listen, I'm looking to move. I need your help. Kevin Stew said you could help. Even if you want to move out of the state of Florida, talk with them. If you want to move into the state of Florida, talk with them. Thank you, McNeil Trucking. I want to say big ups to the family rocking in the chat room on YouTube. Magical Merle, you name Early Bird. Hey G Angel, Angela, blessings to ya. Go ahead and invite a friend, friend of a friend, friend of your enemy, enemy of your friend, and your enemy too. Invite somebody, anybody, everybody, let them know. Saturday, it's not Saturday Stew. Boy, didn't we have some fun on Saturday? For those of you who don't know, the Saturday Stew happens every Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern. ReggaeGlobalRadio.com. Fun times. Tonight is Community and Finance Night right here on the Night Shift to DJ Kevin Stew, and we're looking at immigrants and the economy. You know, what is happening right now, you kind of wonder, does any country need immigrants? Or is it just that because America has so many of them, it has become a problem? The thing that has always baffled me when it comes to the argument of immigrants and America, the America that we know today is not the America that was originally here. So if you skip back in time a little bit, you know that there were Native Americans. And these Native Americans look nothing like people who portray the quote-unquote image of America. They look a little bit different. And getting some messages. And it's kind of strange that the America that so much pride is placed in and on wouldn't be America if not for immigration. So the people that came here and transformed America and started the transformation of America from how the Native Americans had it of course, they were immigrants, albeit Europe's rejects, but immigrants nonetheless. And here today, there is a fight against immigrants. But funny enough, it's not a fight against all immigrants, just some of them. Things that make you go, But we're going to dive a little bit deeper into this whole immigrants and America thing. And we can even take out the America part and just talk about immigrants. But because it's so much in the news right now, let's put some things into perspective. The American Immigration Council had put out an article back in February. And it reads, new data analysis by the American Immigration Council shows how immigrants are contributing billions with a B of dollars to the US economy. Even as the Trump administration and Congress are pushing for a budget that includes unprecedented funding for mass detention and deportation. So, something to remember, something to keep in the back of your mind, something to pin up on your pin board, whatever. It's costing money to detain and deport these immigrants. So remember that. Somebody has to pay that. The Council's analysis, which draws from 2023 census data, shows the broad ways that immigrants are helping to make the United States a more prosperous and thriving country by building housing, wealth, keeping social services like Social Security and Medicare solvent, and filling in as much needed labor force in sectors like STEM, healthcare, agriculture, especially agriculture. The data also helps shed light on how mass deportation and family separation could hurt families, communities, and industries across the country. Now, when you break down the success of a country to its cellular level, to its smallest component, you're breaking it down to the family. So when you have a broken family, then you end up with broken communities. When you have broken communities, then you end up with broken cities. You have broken cities, you end up with broken counties. Broken counties lead to broken states. Broken states lead to what? You get the picture. Now, I'm not saying that it has to be the case when you deport all the immigrants, but it surely leads there. And I'm not the one saying it. The information is out there. Hey, Mr. Brown, how you doing? I hope you have that leg up. So, immigrants help increase wealth and prosperity for all Americans. Yes, all. Not some, not most, all. And yet the White House and Congress are considering spending billions of dollars to expand ICE. Like their freezers don't work or Alaska doesn't have enough. Just so that they can detain and deport people indiscriminately. Even as they cut essential social services like Medicaid and food assistance. Now, I can tell you some things about Medicaid and food assistance. I really can. I got some information there. But I can tell you about it from the perspective of people that need it. Yeah, there are some people that take advantage of it too. But it was put in place because there are people that need it, and it has helped them to secure a footing when they can't afford medical care. That helps. When they can't afford to buy food, that helps. But here they are cutting these things. So when those get cut, what happens? You're creating a wider gap. You're separating classes and creating this abyss that you gotta have to cross. And probably nobody can cross it. Immigrants, according to Nan Wu, Director of Research and at the American Immigration Council, have paid up the hard-earned tax dollars that are now going to be used to punish all Americans through a wasteful and cruel mass deportation plan. That's what Nan Wu said. And, you know, Nan ain't that far off. So users can explore the findings through the council's map and interactive tools, and users can search for data showcasing immigrant contributions by state, county, metro area, and district. And some of these top findings include mass deportation would separate millions of U.S. citizen children from their families. Because, you know, here it is, you have moved somewhere new, you're a little bit more comfortable, you start expanding your family because you're laying your foundation, you're setting up things. Some 4.1 million U.S. citizen children live with an undocumented parent. 4.1 million. And we're going to look at we're going to see how the first generation Americans contribute to the economy a little bit later. Then you have undocumented immigrants are essential contributors to the economy. In 2023, undocumented immigrant households paid $89.8 billion with a B billion dollars in federal, state, and local taxes and held $299 billion in spending power. In total, immigrants, both legal and undocumented, immigrant households paid nearly $16.80 in every 100 tax dollars collected by federal, state, and local governments in funding a wide range of social services that benefit all Americans. Now, you might say, it's just a mere 16%. But you realize that some way, somehow, that 16% is going to have to be made up. How's that going to happen? Immigrants inject trillions. There's no other way to emphasize that. Trillions of dollars of housing wealth in the United States. The vast majority of immigrants are not dependent on state governments to guarantee them with housing. In reality, they are putting back vast sums of money into the housing market and revitalizing neighborhoods. In 2023, immigrant households paid over $167 billion in rent in the housing market and held over $6.6 trillion in housing wealth. Immigrants. And immigrants help to ease labor shortages and are driving innovation and business creation. Almost 1 in 4 entrepreneurs in the country are immigrants. A quarter of all immigrants, of all entrepreneurs, immigrants. About 46% of the Fortune 500 companies were founded by immigrants or their children. Half of them. And elsewhere, immigrants are helping to ease the labor shortage in the healthcare industry, where nearly 16% of nurses and about 28% of health aides were immigrants in 2023. So, why are we trying to get rid of these contributors, these positive contributors to the economy? Why? Make it make sense. It's puzzling. I did a little search on how immigrants affect the economy. And before I take a break, I want to share the findings with you. You heard the information that I just gave you, courtesy of the American Immigration Council. Immigrants significantly impact the economy by filling labor shortages, boosting economic growth, and contributing to innovation and entrepreneurship. This that I'm giving you right now is from a Google search. Give credit where credit is due. American Immigration Council gave us the information that I started off with. This is just a Google search. They said they also contribute to the tax base and consumer spending, helping to fund public services and driving demand for goods and services. While some concerns exist about potential wage depression for low-skilled workers and increased competition for jobs, evidence suggests that immigrants create more jobs than they take and ultimately benefit the economy as a whole. You know, there was an argument that immigrants are coming into the United States and taking American jobs. I would like for somebody, anybody, to tell me who going out there to pick strawberries. Who going out there to sow wheat or soy? Who going out there to tend to the sugar plantation and sugar cane farms, so that sugar can be produced? But it gets better. How many going out there to work in the factories that make the cars, the vehicles, the tractors that transport the individuals and the goods from point A to point B? Who going out there making sure that your offices are clean, your homes are clean, your golf courses are well tended? The majority of those workforces are immigrants. And it's not because they saw where they could come and take advantage and push out Americans from these positions. They're there because the Americans didn't want the positions. Positive impacts of immigration. Immigrants fill jobs in critical sectors: healthcare, construction, agriculture, technology. They boost economic growth. They contribute to economic growth by increasing the labor supply, driving innovation, and increasing overall productivity. Immigrants are more likely to start businesses than native-born individuals, contributing to innovation and job creation, entrepreneurship and innovation, right up there with immigrants. Immigrants contribute billions of dollars in taxes annually, helping to fund public services and reducing the tax burden on native-born residents. Immigrants do that. There's wage growth and there's fiscal impact. But there are some potential negative impacts too. Because there's an argument that immigrants depress wages for low-skilled workers. Here's the thing about that. Studies show that the overall effect of immigration on wages is relatively small. And immigrants create more jobs than they take. So that's a losing argument. And while there may be increased competition for certain jobs, immigrants also create new jobs because they bring entrepreneurship and increased demand, effectively negating some of the negative effects. And while immigrants may increase the demand for certain public services, they also contribute significantly to the tax base, which then offsets some of the cost of these public services. So, when you put all that together, you realize that the economic impact of immigration can't be looked at in just a simple one box. No, it's multifaceted. It has positives, it has some negatives. The overall consensus, though, among economists is that immigration generally has a positive impact on the economy, contributing to growth, innovation, and fiscal stability. How are you going to circumvent that? What can you do when you send away the people that are putting in the work? How do you fill that gap? Are you going to be bringing in people from other places? Or do we now move to automation? Here's the thing. This automation that we're moving to, if that is an option, probably designed by some immigrants. Yep. Every day we pull up at a traffic light. Think about it. Some of the inventions that we use in everyday life. Immigrants are children of immigrants. Don't believe me? Wait. There's more. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll look at how immigration affects the economy from an investment point of view, courtesy of Investopedia. And some of this information you might be familiar with, some of it might blow you away. But the information is there. Mr. Bram asked, how many going into the nursing homes? True. Mostly immigrants take up the position of home health aides. Mostly immigrants take up position working in nursing facilities, mental health facilities, in hospitals. Mostly immigrants. And we're not just talking about immigrants from the Caribbean and South America, but immigrants on a whole. And so when you look at a particular sect of immigrants and say, and paint with a broad brush and say all immigrants, that's a problem too. We need to migrate from that type of thinking. So we're gonna take a quick little break. And of course, when we come back, we're gonna talk some more. I want to, oh, of course, I need to make mention of the book. If I could find it, I lost the book. Where the book gone? So, people, the book is entitled Empowered. Essential Concepts and Strategies Every Woman Should Know About Self-Defense. This book. It's available on Amazon. And if you go to kevinstew.com and click on the book cover, it takes you to exactly where you need to go to download your copy of the audiobook, which is narrated by yours truly, Kevin Stew. So Jonathan Field, the author, had put out there the invitation for narrators, and I won. And so you can get the audiobook narrated by me, Empowered, Essential Concepts and Strategies Every Woman Should Know About Self-Defense. I learned a lot as I narrated this book. You will learn a lot as you listen to it. And it works for both men and women. Don't let the title fool you. Because awareness and simple self-defense techniques work for everybody. Right? So go ahead, get your copy of the book today. You will not, I repeat, not be disappointed.
Get your Miracle Fire Rub for all joint pain, poor circulation, inflammation, and other aches and pain. Rub it on, the pain is gone. Rub it twice, then you feel nice. Miracle Fire Rub is all natural, all herbal with no side effects. Order yours today, 876-808-5903 or call 876-372-1366. Miracle Fire Rub. Rub it on, pain is gone. Rub it twice, then you feel nice.
Yes, this is Ed Robinson, and I endorse Sendwave. Hey, want to send money to your family and friends in Jamaica easily? And that's with no transfer fees? Then Sendwave is the answer. With Sendwave, you send money fast and simple, right from your phone, no transfer fees. Your family can pick up cash at any Lasco, JMMB, and VMBS locations across the island, or get it straight into their bank account. Plus, get $20 credit on your first transfer with promo code RG Radio before November 30th. Download the Sendwave app now. Sendwave makes money off the exchange rate. FX fees are subject to change. Sendwave.
Well, here it is. The Foundation Radio Network app is now available for Android and iPhones for free. Yes, you heard correctly. Just go to your Google Play Store or your Apple App Store and download the Foundation Radio Network. Big people music with the young in mind. Now you can carry the Foundation Radio Network around with you wherever you go without ever missing a beat. Listen to Clinton Lindsay Mondays through Fridays, 12 noon till 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tony Ryan Monday through Thursdays at 5 p.m. Marlon Burrell Mondays and Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Kevin Stew Mondays through Wednesday at 10 p.m. And T-Rob Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. Check out Reason with Rattigan Saturdays at 3 p.m. Homegrown with G. Cole Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Hillsman comes to you Sundays and Thursdays at 9 p.m. and Brother Mitch Mondays through Fridays at 7 a.m. And check out the Foundation Radio Network Top 30 Countdowns on Fridays at 2 p.m. And don't forget to subscribe to Clinton Lindsay's YouTube channel at Clinton Lindsay Official. And cut. What are you doing, dude? You tell me somebody can direct the thing. I did not. Foundation. People just get the app.
Yes. Sakar Mantino, I'm making notes right now. You are locked in to DJ Kevin Stew on the night shift.
Shabab, shabab. Shabab, shabab, my baby. Shabab, shabab. Hello, stranger. It seems so good to see you back again. How long has it been? It seems like a mighty long time.
Seems like a mighty long time. Marcia J. Ball, her rendition of Hello Stranger. Welcome back from the break. For those of you just joining in, glad you could tune in. Better late than never. It's a night shift to DJ Kevin's Community and Finance Night, and tonight we're looking at immigrants and the economy. All right, so how immigration affects the economy? How does it not? That question raises discussions about the economic effects of immigration, and often influenced by larger ethical and political stances around the topic. Positions grounded in questions about the kind of world in which people want to live, and many arguments against immigration. For instance, they tend to emphasize rates of cultural change or assimilation, while those in favor often point towards the history of immigration and America's moral promises. Economically, those in favor of immigration argue that immigrants boost the economy by increasing the labor supply and promoting innovation. Those argue against it argue that immigrants harm low-skilled laborers by taking jobs that American workers would otherwise get, or depressing wages for native-born low-skilled workers. Now, of course, that theory was blown out the water, right? And that was the most recent of information as it relates to this immigration war that is happening within the United States. As of 2023, in the US, the number of people born outside of the country reached approximately 47.8 million, which is about 14.3% of the nation's population. This is according to Investopedia. And the largest portion is from Mexico, about 23%, followed by 6% from India, 5% from China, 4% from the Philippines, and 3% from El Salvador. The level of education amongst immigrants is also growing. In 2022, approximately 35% of adult immigrants had at least a bachelor's degree, which is a little above the national average for immigrants arriving in the U.S. since 2010. 45.2% of immigrants hold a bachelor's degree or higher. This is higher than the 38% of U.S.-born adults who hold a bachelor's degree or higher. So you have people that are coming over into the U.S. that are also well educated. Similarly, naturalized rates have also grown. As of 2023, of those born outside the U.S., about 49% are now U.S. citizens. So, does this immigration depress low-skilled wages? Well, despite the prevalence of the argument that immigration suppresses wages of low-skilled native-born citizens, evidence suggests that the impact of immigrants on these wages is relatively small and also contained. And some reports actually give it as a zero. A 2023 study from Brookings states that immigrants and native-born workers generally operate in complementary labor markets, with immigrants doing the jobs that Americans are not filling. They are not taking these jobs. And additionally, the Economic Policy Institute says that immigration does not adversely affect the wages earned by native-born U.S. workers on a larger national scale. It may reduce wages for newly arrived immigrants and native-born low education workers. However, it does not decrease the number of jobs available to workers born in the United States. The Federal Reserve in 2023 also showed that immigration has a low or no negative impact. Low or no negative impact on average wages or employment for native workers. So, where does the evidence of this argument come from? There's a study that showed that reported a slight decline in native-born wages after the quotas were implemented, because both the falling rate of immigration and the immigration of unrestricted groups were in play. Because studies were suggesting that restrictions on immigration do not necessarily lead to higher wages for native-born workers. And a 2019 National Bureau of Economic Study of 1,900 immigrants, well, 1,920 to be exact, that number of immigration quotas, found that although they did reduce immigration, the quotas did not lead to an increase in wages for native-born Americans. So we're getting rid of these people. And I can understand the argument about criminal elements, right? I get it. And every society has criminal elements. If you check the history related to America, a number of the first set of people that came over on those ships were the rejects of Europe. And I didn't make it up. It's in history books. Now, of course, that part of the history is not emphasized at all. As a matter of fact, if you listen to some, you would think that America started with these individuals being here and they didn't come from somewhere. Civil wars didn't happen. There was no need for it. It didn't have the Brits versus everybody else. It didn't have these things happen. The Union versus the South, and it's like it almost didn't happen. But you read a little bit of history here and a little bit of history there, or you just search for it. One of the search engines. It'll tell you. It'll give you the history. Because if there's one thing that you can't really get rid of, it's information. You might be able to try to rewrite it or try to suppress it, but somebody always has the information. As a matter of fact, there's a little video that I want to show you. And it lasts about 6 minutes. So, but I want you to pay attention to what is going on in this video, because it covers it just about sums up this whole night. I can probably finish presenting after I play this video. It's courtesy of CNBC. And this was a video that was made back in 2018. So here we are, 2025. And you'll see the relevance of this information still today. Let me go ahead and share this with you guys.
The United States has more immigrants than any other nation. The United Nations defines immigrants as anyone living in a country other than where they were born, and nearly 50 million immigrants live here in the U.S., some of which came from places like Mexico over into the U.S. It's at the forefront of national debates and driving political discourse. But what do we know about immigration's effect on the actual economy? The United States is often referred to as a nation of immigrants, and it's no wonder. With 49.8 million immigrants, that's about equal to the entire populations of Australia, Ecuador, and Switzerland combined. Saudi Arabia, Germany, and Russia follow the US with about 12 million immigrants each. However, only about 15% of the US's total population is foreign-born, well below countries like the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Australia. But in cities like Miami, Los Angeles, and El Paso, Texas, that percentage is substantially higher, ranging from 26 to 40%. The US-Mexico border has become a focal point in the migration debate. Immigrants continue to make up a larger portion of U.S. society. This has skyrocketed since 1970, when foreign-born residents made up less than 5% of the population. So what have economists learned about the impact of immigration? Well, when we talk about the economy as a whole, it's pretty good news. One report found that an extra 1% increase in a country's migrant population adds on an extra 2% GDP per capita in the long term. The IMF research found this boost happens in two ways. One, it impacts productivity per worker because migrant skills often complement the existing populations. Number two, it increases the percentage of working-age people in a country because migrants tend to fall within this age bracket. That helps pay for things like Social Security. The IMF recently advised advanced economies like the US, the UK, and Japan to open up their borders to avoid being overwhelmed by their aging population. So, with the largest immigrant population in the world, how is American business influenced by immigrants? 2/3 of U.S. economic growth since 2011 has been directly attributed to migration. The same study found that U.S. immigrants are 2 to 3 times more likely than U.S. natives to do things like start a company, create a patented innovation, or even win an Academy Award or Nobel Prize. Researchers say this is because migration is a risk, meaning the type of person who chooses to migrate tends to be more entrepreneurial. That entrepreneurial spirit may be why migrants have started 30% of American businesses, despite only making up about 15% of the population. 40% of Fortune 500 companies were started by immigrants, and so were half of all unicorns. That's startups valued at more than $1 billion. Another study found 50 out of 91 unicorns have immigrant founders. Those 50 startups had a combined value of $248 billion. That's more than Finland's GDP. These unicorns employ an average of 1,200 people each. While these trends are impressive, they do skew toward higher skilled migrants. Contrary to popular belief though, the IMF found both high and low skilled migrants contribute to higher productivity. But if it's all such great news, then why is there so much backlash against immigrants? Well, while immigration helps an economy overall, those benefits aren't felt evenly across society. Many migrants face a language barrier, which can mean integration takes a while, but they are still able to contribute to a country's economy through fast-growing scientific and technical industries where they don't necessarily need to command as many communication skills. Lower-skilled migrants, including a large portion of the roughly 11 million who came to the US illegally, also skew toward jobs that don't require communication. But there's one industry that pretty much relies on undocumented workers here in the US. More than half of all hired farmers are estimated to be undocumented. The sector has the highest share of unauthorized workers by a lot. Following farming is construction, where about 15% of its workers are undocumented. And overall, about 5% of the US workforce consists of undocumented immigrants. Overall, immigration's effects on American wages are very small, but it has pushed down wages in these industries, particularly farming and construction. The country's existing immigrants are most likely to be impacted by newer immigrants and lower wages. That's followed by American-born high school dropouts, where wages can fall between 2 and 5%. But some argue these are jobs native-born Americans don't want, and that lower wages are indirectly helping those people by helping local businesses succeed and then grow. A booming economy would mean native-born residents see more opportunities in better paid industries like sales and personal services, both of which require a command of the English language.
And low wages in the farming sector ultimately means food costs less for the US consumer.
The US is among the countries with the lowest amount of household income going toward food, spending on average just 6% of their annual budget on groceries. But what about taxes? Many politicians have cited a figure from the conservative-leaning Federation for American Immigration Reform, which reported federal, state, and local governments spend $135 billion a year on undocumented immigrants. Several nonpartisan organizations have disputed that number, though, saying it overestimates the number of such immigrants and doesn't account for many of the positive effects they have on the economy. In reality, it's difficult to place an exact number on the cost, but the country's leading researchers at the national academies have found this.
First-generation immigrants do cost governments more money than the US's native-born population. One of the major costs is education, which is paid for primarily by both local and state governments.
But that does seem to change when it comes to their children. As adults, second-generation immigrants are some of the strongest economic and fiscal contributors in the US. They contribute more in taxes than their parents and the rest of the native-born population. So, while immigration's impact on the economy is nuanced in the short term, most economists agree it's positive news for the country in the long run.
Hey guys, it's Upton. Thanks for watching. For more of our videos, check out here and here.
All right, so I probably don't need to say anything more for the rest of the night, do I? I could just do an extended musical therapy at this point. When you take into consideration information like that, you wonder, what is the end game here? And let's go ahead and think about migration to other places, to other parts of the world. A lot of us listening in right now are Jamaicans. Let's think about the migration to Jamaica. Is what we're seeing happening in Jamaica similar to what is happening here in the United States, where people migrating to Jamaica from other parts of the world are taking jobs that the Jamaicans don't want? Or are they taking jobs that Jamaicans can't get? And I guess Jamaica is a unique case where that is concerned, isn't it? But it's worth looking into. Maybe I can get top researcher and investigator, Mr. Will Rattigan Esquire, to look into that. But it's just food for thought. We're going to take another quick little break. And when we come back, we're going to take a little look at, I have a couple of graphics that I want to show you guys. We saw some in the video just now. And immigration or migrationpolicy.org had some statistics that I wanted to emphasize and show before we get into musical therapy tonight. So call a friend, tell a friend, friends of your friends, call somebody, anybody, everybody. There's still a little bit more information for people to get. And we're going to be sharing it. We'll be right back.
In a world where creativity thrives, welcome to the Global Base, where innovation meets authenticity. Launching January 2024, it's the groundbreaking The Global Base TV app, celebrating individuality in music, events, and entertainment. Available on Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and Amazon TV. It's your platform to create, amplify, and express your individuality. Join us at theglobalbase.com and at The Global Base Promo. The Global Base TV, redefining entertainment, empowering creators. Your stage, your voice, your world. The Global Base TV.
Imagine having our own Caribbean Center.
Imagine a museum highlighting our history and the contributions of Caribbean people to the world.
Imagine being able to visit and learn about the islands we call home.
In a place where our kids can see and feel their cultural heritage.
Your contribution to Island Space Caribbean Museum will help this dream come true.
Visit islandspacefl.org/GoFundMe
and donate today.
Hey Dad, how do you throw a curveball? How do you build a fort? How do refrigerators run? How do fish learn how to swim?
Kids ask a lot of questions.
How high can you jump?
But you don't have to know every answer.
How many phone numbers are there?
Because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent.
How do cell phones work?
There are thousands of children in foster care who don't need every question answered.
What's electricity?
They just need you.
What's the moon made of?
For more information on how you can adopt, go to adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
It's Christine representing for DJ Kevin. You see me, I say, I don't know the boss. You see me, I say, DJ Kevin's Stew and the night shift radio show. Yo, it at the thing, turn up the thing loud. Whoa, DJ Kevin's Stew at the heart of a champion. Never underestimate, just choose him. The silver line behind the dark clouds. DJ Kevin's Stew, believe him, and that's no doubt. Salute the night shift radio show, Christine. It's a heart to top. Loud.
Some men dream of fortune and fame, long to own the world and hold it in their hand. I just want to hold one woman tight, who will always love me and treat me right. Got to find me a good Jamaican woman who will love me. Got to find me a good Jamaican woman who will love me. So warm and tender, lips as sweet as wine. She will always love me and treat me right. Yeah, I'll know her by the way she walks, know her by the way she talks. That sweet little dimple and twinkling in her eye. My brown eyed, brown skin got me going all in, searching everywhere till I find you, girl. Yeah, so warm and tender, lips as sweet as wine. She will always love me and treat me right. Got to find me a good Jamaican woman who will love me. Got to find me a good Jamaican woman who will love me. So warm and tender, lips as sweet as wine. She will always love me and treat me right.
I want me living on my life, Jamaican woman, so she can be my wife. Empress divine, she'll come from paradise. Tell you one time and I have to tell her twice. Jamaican girl, them are the sweetest thing. And when you touch road, me give her diamond ring. Warm and tender, she's my everything. Jamaican woman is a joy you bring. Hey, what they sing, I sing.
So warm and tender, lips as sweet as wine. She will always love me and treat me right. Got to find me a good Jamaican woman who will love me. Got to find me a good Jamaican woman who will love me. good Jamaican woman, a good Jamaican woman who will love me. Got to find
Music from Dave Revels, bringing us back from the break.
Jamaican woman.
Yeah, man, the R&B great, formerly of the Persuasions.
Find me a good Jamaican woman.
Yeah, from way back in the day, now doing reggae. Good Jamaican Woman is the title of the track. Welcome back to the final segment of Community and Finance. Well, the second to last segment, because we still have musical therapy, yeah? Now, overall, there is a perspective where you take a look at economic growth and impacts related to immigration. According to migrationpolicy.org, immigrants boost overall economic growth by expanding the labor force and increasing consumer spending. We've been hearing this theme all through the night. The foreign-born also start new businesses at higher rates than US-born individuals. Immigrants were involved in the development of 30% of patents in strategic industries in recent years, and more than 40% of Fortune 500 companies were founded by immigrants or children of immigrants. Facts and truths. You know, everything you read, it's a fact that you read it. Doesn't mean that it's a truth. These facts and truths. Now, higher than expected immigration is driving job growth and productivity, and is projected to continue doing so in the coming years. The Congressional Budget Office, the CBO, estimates that the greater level of immigration expected between 2024 and 2034 will boost gross domestic product by $8.9 trillion. That's a big deal. And it's mind-boggling to think that that's not something that we should embrace. So there's a graph that shows an amount in billions of dollars over time. And we're looking at the increased immigration and estimated deficit reduction from 2024, spanning 10 years, to 2034. You ready for this? Here we go. So, those of you watching, you'll be able to see this. Those of you that are listening, you might have to watch. So, the top line graph shows an increase in revenues from taxes paid by immigrants in the surge population. It goes from somewhere in the $30 billion range over the next 10 years, going up over $100 billion in 2034. Just a steady increase. The middle line shows an increase in revenue from changes in the economy. That one starts round about the $10 billion mark. And in 10 years, gets up to $60 billion. The third line, which is the one that is on the decline, shows a decrease in the deficit due to net effect of taxes paid by and benefits provided to immigrants in the surge population and their children. That one starts round about the just under, let's see, that's about $25 billion. That is a decrease in the deficit. And it goes down to about $85 billion. So that's positive. But yet still, there's a problem. And while immigrants like US-born individuals cost government money for services such as public education, healthcare, basic infrastructure, such as sewers, sewer systems, roads, and sometimes public benefits, they also pay into government budgets through sales taxes, property taxes, including rent, and through payroll deductions, taxes on income, as well as Medicare and Social Security. Even unauthorized immigrants who lack work authorization pay these taxes. They pay them on top of sales and property taxes. And many work on the books using fake Social Security numbers or a Social Security number belonging to someone else. They're still paying. Not saying that it is the right thing to do, but they're still paying. Immigration has been the major driving force behind U.S. labor force growth over the past 20 years. And this is according to data from the U.S. Census Bureau. Between 2000 and 2022, the foreign-born accounted for nearly 3/4 of all growth in the civilian prime age, which is 25 to 54. That labor force right there. As the U.S. population ages and more U.S.-born residents enter retirement, immigration will become increasingly important for driving labor force growth. Due to population aging, the number of U.S.-born people of prime working age, that 25 to 54 age group, that hardly changed between 2000 and 2022. And in contrast, the number of foreign-born people of prime working age grew almost 7 million over this period. And the US-born senior population, 65 and older, that grew by almost 18 million over the same time frame. So a trend like that, what will end up happening is, by one estimate, all US population growth will come from international migration starting in 2040. That kind of crazy, right? And here's another graph that shows what we're just talking about. Efforts to boost fertility as an alternative to immigration are not likely to be enough. Around the world, governments' efforts to raise fertility through economic incentives or family-friendly policies have a mixed record of success. So it doesn't really make sense that anybody look towards doing that. Because immigrants are more likely to appear both at the higher and lower ends of education, of the education spectrum, than are US born, they often fill jobs that complement these held by US born workers. And some immigrants have skills that most US workers lack. You're talking about specialized engineering skills as one example. And while others fill jobs that are not attractive to US workers because of the wages or working conditions, here you have immigrants saying, hey, listen, $1 is $1, and I'm willing to work that dollar. And so there is the education level of civilian employed workers, the ones 16 and older. And there's a graph that shows the comparison with US born and the immigrants. And you can see here that 6% have of US born have less than a high school diploma, whereas 21% are there from immigrants. Cool. We get that. Because they're running away from something to get to something better. The level of high school diplomas or equivalent, that's kind of on par with 24% of Americans and 20% of immigrants. Some college or associate's degrees, 31% of American born, 19% of immigrants. The bachelor's degrees, those kind of level out just like the high school diplomas. But when it comes to graduate degrees, things change. You have 14% American born versus 17% immigrants. So it's not all thugs, criminals, rapists, and murderers that are coming into the United States as immigrants. But if you listen to the rhetoric, that's what you would think, right? And I'm pretty sure that it's a similar thing in other parts of the world where you have immigration. That's you don't have everybody being these killers and thugs. You have some real positive people. Some people contributing positively to economies, to communities, to the growth of nations as immigrants. Now, there, I guess, could be an argument that the immigrants that are wanted look a certain way and come from a particular place that is cooler in climate. But are they the ones who are going to be doing the work? Are they the ones who are going into the nursing homes, into the clinics, into the farms, into the factories? Are they the ones that are going to be creative and give new innovative ideas and industries? Probably not. Well, as in, probably it's probably not the Americans who will be doing it. It's the ones that are coming in as migrants, because just like it was said in the video from CNBC, you have people taking the risk of migrating, starting over fresh. And the ones that tend to do so are the ones that think outside of the box, so they create these new things. They create Fortune 500 companies. They create million and billion dollar startups. What is it that is so different about someone who moves to another country and is successful? What is it that drives them? It's probably the desire to do something different in a different place, to come out of a situation that they're in currently because it doesn't meet their needs, it doesn't suit their family, it doesn't lend to positive growth. That's a probability. Some people just want a change. And so, one of the things that you'll probably never move away from, it's immigration. Don't expect to. And you shouldn't. Because the statistics show immigrants definitely build a nation. And they do so without reservation. Because they have a goal in mind. It benefits them as much as it benefits those that they have moved to become a part of. So when you hear people coming with the argument about immigrants taking jobs and immigrants not contributing anything to, well, here, in this case, the United States, tell them, listen, go view that broadcast that Kevin Stew did on immigrants and the economy. And if you don't have the time to listen to that, or you don't want to, just go do a search. Read a book, read a page, read an excerpt of something relating to immigrants and the economy. Something produced or published by an authority on the matter, not someone with just an opinion. And then they can come back and argue with you after. Try that. Don't argue with them. Doesn't make sense. Send them to go and find some information and then come back armed with that information so that we can have a proper debate. We're going to jump into some musical therapy and ease our minds a bit. I want to take you to a place that many dream of going, but only a few can afford it.
People living around potential targets such as...
You hear that? Sounds good, doesn't it? This is music from Caution, working out with Red Fox. We're going on a Caribbean vacation.
Caribbean vacation. Oh yeah. I need a Caribbean vacation with my feet in the sand. Antigua gives me good vibrations. That's where I belong. Come feel the warmth and touch the blue sea. Now that's you and me. Antigua's calling people, people from everywhere. We all need the sunshine, good vibes we can share. Time to give yourself some, an island getaway. Treat yourself the best now. Come taste the island rum. I need a Caribbean vacation with my feet in the sand. Antigua gives me good vibrations. That's where I belong. Come feel the warmth and touch the blue sea. Now that's you and me. Whoa, whoa. No reason why your footprints shouldn't be in the sand. Antigua's your destination. Here to have some fun. When you hear the music, join up and come on down. Let's all on my window. Oh,
This is Paul Anthony.
I don't wanna let you go, no. Oh no.
Track is called Summer Rain.
Just stay. Let's weather this storm together. Oh yeah, through the summer rain. Raindrop, drip, drop on my window. Outside where the bad breeze don't go. I got some things I'ma let you know. Rather not talk, baby, let me show you what I mean. Wine for the rude white girl if you want me. You already know what the deal is. When the summer rain is falling on my window, oh, I don't wanna let you go, no, oh no. My girl, just stay. Let's weather this storm together. Oh yeah, through the summer rain. Summer rain.
Music from G. Cole.
Since the very first time I used it, reggae music.
It's called this thing called reggae music.
Ain't a single thing that I can say. And ain't nothing else I can do. Said, oh boy, I know you're loving this feeling. Whoa, and I'm really loving it too. Send me this blessing, blessing. It's really helping me live. Say, who am I to be missing? Yes, with this feeling reggae can give. Feel it. I'm hooked on this thing called reggae music. Reggae music. Have been for a very long time. Since the very first time I used it, reggae music, it's taking over my mind. How many times have I told you? 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, brethren. Things ain't really that bad. Don't buy the things that they sold you. Cause that's what's making you sad. My soul and everything that's within me. Said this reggae's taking control. Na. Hooked on this thing called reggae music. Reggae music. Have been for a very long time. Since the very first time I used it. My mind. Say it one more time. Nobody knows the struggles we've been through. Yeah. Without this music, I don't know what I would do. Said I moved on on this thing called reggae music. Reggae music. Have been for a very long time. Say yes, I since the very first time I and I play reggae music. It's taking over my mind. You're gonna things you say you love. You're gonna
This is music from Mr. G Mac.
can't last too long. The way you're vibrating.
Here's a rendition of Things You Say You Love.
You're gonna
That's okay, Missy Brown Brown. You know them now.
can't last too long. The way you are flirting can't last too long. The things you are doing. That's why I say you're gonna things you say you love. You're gonna You can't last too long the way you are flirting. You can't last too long the things you are doing. That's why I say lose. You're gonna lose. Things you say you love. You're gonna lose. Can't last too long the way you are shaking. Can't last too long the way you're vibrating. That's why I say lose. You're gonna lose. Things you say you love. You're gonna lose. Things you say you love. You're
I mean, she want to touch her. Some of her fancy things and take her on the world, but I mean, she want.
This is Bingy Blaze.
When we touch it's like rain or fall. I mean, she want to touch her. A rasta she want, a rasta she want.
It's called Rasta Touch.
So I touch her in the morning, touch her in the evening. Good loving from the Rasta man she receiving. Loyal empress, I me know she no deceiving. She a blaze, movie is fine, dinner is fine, but right now she need to unwind. It's touching time. She tell me say a touching time. So ma come in house and money and vehicle. I mean she want to touch her. So ma buy her fancy things and take her on the world, but I mean she want to touch her. When we touch it's like rain or fall. I mean she want to touch her. A rasta she want to touch her. A blind, she feel like she wanna fly. But she never yet been so high. She's in love, she cannot deny. Oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my. Rasta I give her more than text. Stimulate her mind, body, soul, intellect. Take her to some place that she never been yet. Seen some things that she never seen yet. She said me want you bingy, trust me. She said me need you bingy, touch me. She said me want you bingy, trust me. She said me need you bingy, touch me. Some a come with house and money and vehicle. Now me she want.
Now ladies,
Some a buy her fancy things and take her on the world.
you can't tell me how the Rasta Touch feels.
When we touch it's like rain.
I don't particularly want to find out personally. I just want to know how it feels to you.
What yo? She on the food pan plate. Now bend down low. She want elevate. Blah blah blah, and them not penetrate. Now the Rasta pass you and she start celebrate. See what you see and do what you're doing. Cause she's got something, hey, hey. That money can't buy. Some a come with booze and money and vehicle, but a me she want to touch her. Some a buy her fancy things and take her around the world, but a me she want to touch her. When we touch it's like rain or fall. A me she want to touch her. A Rasta she want to touch her. Touch me again, she say touch me again. Touch me again, she say touch me again. She know without a doubt I am a touching legend. And not knowing ex can't touch she again. Touch me again, she say touch me again. Touch me again, she say touch me again. She know without a doubt I am a touching legend. And not knowing ex can't touch she again. No somebody
Mr. Bram, you can't help me without help me out with the information. This is the real storm. Hailing out of a place that's storming right now. She's up in the DMV. The track is called Stay.
I'll take you to a higher place. Love the grip of your hands. Every empress need a lion. We're strong. Use a little muckle and go by piece of land. Plant two banana and couple head of yam. Jamaica me born, yes, and them me come from. No how fi work him money same so we tan. Can't be another cause I am that I am. Now suck up in the little standing fan. We are go for the mansion. Won't you stay, 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 stay? And maybe, baby, 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 we can go outer space. I'll take you to a higher place. You hold me away like you're not gonna let go. Tell me, say, baby, me why you in up. Squeeze me tight like I am your pillow. You make me so comfortable. Then you rock to the left, so me rock for the toe. Now gonna wake up me hungry for you. A roots we a beat, so you know we mellow. This a lioness, you don't let you go. Won't you stay, 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 stay? And maybe, baby, 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 we can go outer space. I'll take you to a higher place. Temperature boy, the vibe that's sweet. The Rasta needs when I'm in the streets. DJs pumping the grades I beat, but I'm kinda lonely on the not to seat. When him come over, I put out the speak. The heart and deep man, me need them weak. We dance a while and I ride on me. When she choose to play, me want them on the side.
Oh, I'm wishing that things could be different. Or soon my things will be missing. Ain't got a cent. Can't find no work. Though I tried so very hard, God knows it hurts. Just can't find a job.
This is Marcel J. Ball.
Can't pay my rent. Bills are over.
It's called Wishing.
No matter what happens, got to push on through. I'm willing to work for the things that I want and need. I'm up and running. I'm ready to proceed. But life throws you lemons, so you make lemonade. Life throws you curves, you gotta know how to swerve. So I'm wishing that things could be different. Right now what's saving is missing. I ain't got a cent. I can't find no work. Though I tried so very hard, God knows it hurts. Gotta get a job, can't pay the rent. Bills are overdue. But no matter what happens, I've got to push on through. They say God help those who help themselves, and no one can for you, you have to do for yourself. Do for yourself. I know just wishing won't make a wish come true, but right now I feel like that's all I can do. I'm wishing,
So, ladies,
I'm wishing.
does it have to be a Rasta with dreads?
Missing.
Or different to the Rasta without dreads? This is AJ Brown. Not to the third world. Independently.
To live their lives and raise their family. People are people wherever they may go. Whether strangers or someone you know. Every day they strive to make the best of their lives. Yeah. People are people wherever they may be. Trying to live their lives and raise their families. People are people wherever they may go. With members of their household or living alone. At work, at play, or at school, or even on vacation. People are people wherever they may be.
Mama always said to me,
This is Christina Alicia.
listen well and know your history.
There's a whole album of this tune here now. This one is called Roots Rock Reggae. Do I need to introduce her?
And if you come on in, you ought to get much more.
I'm sure y'all know her.
There's my chair, I put it there. Everything you see is what
want to say congratulations to Joanna Marie collecting another award. This one is a Courage Award. Big up yourself, Joanna Marie.
This is Joanna Marie, and it's all about DJ Kevin Stew on the night show. You feel for some stew? Check out Kevin Stew.
It's my house, and I live here. I need to let you in. It's my house, and I live here. Baby, there's a candle to light the stairs. Where my dreams await someone to share. Ooh, there's music on the radio, and good vibration won't let me go. I put my name on the ceiling above, 'cause it was meant for love. It was meant for love. It's my house, and I live here. Just let me tell you, it's my house, and I live here. Baby, you say you wanna move in with me. You say you wanna move in with me. Got to follow the rules to get me. Got to follow the rules to get me. Do that to me one more time. Once is never enough with a man like you.
I know, Joanna, I know. That's why I did it again.
Do that to me one more time. I can never get enough with a man like you. Oh, please me like you just need. Oh, baby, do that to me once again. Pass up on me one more time. Once is never enough for my heart to hear. Say it to me one more time. I can never get enough with a man like you. Sweet me like you just need. Baby, do that to me once again. Say those words again, like you just need. Oh, baby, do that to me once again. Do that to me one more time. Once is never enough with a man like you. Say it to me one more time. I can never get enough with a man like you. So kiss me, you just need. Oh, baby, do that to me once again. For so long, you and me been finding each other.
Only because it's easy to do it.
And the feeling
Joanna Marie, Triple Play.
is more than strong, boy. Take it from me. If you give a little more than you're asking for, your love will turn the key. Darling, I would wait forever for those lips of
I just want to be just a little bit of your thing. You don't have to be your everything.
Let me be the things you are to me.
Because you know I'm only here for a moment in time. And this has been my moment.
If I stay here with
So as we part company,
I will die.
I do want to remind you to look up for members of your community.
And in the love I
Remember, your community is not just the development that you live in, but it spreads far and wide.
to be your end.
So those that you pass on the bus, the plane, the boat, the train, whether you walk, ride, or drive, these are members of your community. Do something good for them today, because you never know who's going to do something good for you tomorrow. My name is Kevin Steele. So I like to do it to you, for you, and with you. Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, KevinSteele.com. The night to DJ Kevin Steele.
Open up the
And on Saturdays,
your heart and
8 p.m. Eastern.
the things you
Saturday Stew.
and not some puppet on a string. Oh, when
If I can't be everything,
if I stay here without you,
just grant me something.
I want
Good morning, good afternoon, good day to you wherever you are in the world. From right here in South Florida,
I just want
I bid you all a good night.
everything.
Be good.
Open
But if you can't be good at
your
it.
heart and let me be the things you are to me and not some.
More love, Magical Merle.
Oh, when
Thank you very much, ladies.
if I stay,
Truly appreciate love. Yeah.
darling, I will die. I want you laying in
Take care until we meet again. Thank you to my segment sponsors. Thank you to my affiliates.
to be your everything.
I'm out of here. Greetings and salutations, one and all. You're invited to tune in to the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. It airs on Mondays with Community and Finance, Tuesdays with Healthy Love, and Wednesdays with Real Talk from 10 p.m. to midnight Eastern Time. Come spend some time interacting in the stew pot where we keep things bubbling and wind down in musical therapy. The night shift with DJ Kevin Stew is on kevinstew.com, where you're encouraged to have acceptance through enlightenment.